Okay, I think that is recording. Put that there. I hope you can see me. I just thought I had to sit out in the sun today because it's one of those last few days of summer probably. We're getting to the end of August, aren't we? Into September. And there's so much I could say, to be honest. There's so much I could say. There's so many videos I want to do as well, but I haven't yet got the time. I will try to catch up when I'm back from Canada in particular, which is only a week or so away that I'm travelling out there. Travelling out on the 5th of September. And it's going to be a really busy period before then, not just with work, but with family stuff. The last few days have been a bit testing with regard to being a mother, more than anything. Unexpected GCSE results for my daughter sort of changed the whole projection, I guess, of where we thought she was going and what she might be doing. So it's all up in the air, trying to find her a place at a college and what she's going to do. And it's brought up a lot of memories for me as well, triggers for me actually. I didn't do particularly well at my first stab of exams, what they call GCSEs now in the UK, used to be called O-levels. And I clawed my way up and I got good results in the end and ended up with a degree as well. But on the bottom of the pack, the card of inner strength, because I had the inner strength to carry on climbing, I suppose, hoping she has the same. But anyway, yeah, there's been a lot going on in my personal life, so apologies for not posting much over the last couple of days. But anyway, here I am sitting in this beautiful sunshine. It's a bank holiday weekend here in the UK, so we've got a 3-day weekend, and I am intending to switch off from social media and enjoy it. So I think it's really important to do that sometimes, especially when you've got a lot of travelling and work coming up. So I thought I'd just pop in at the start of the weekend and say hello to you and send you some sunny vibes from the UK and Bournemouth, and also pull you some cards. So we've got a full moon in Pisces, haven't we, tomorrow? I should be wearing the Vesica Pisces necklace, I realise now, but anyway, I've got my pyramid on instead, orange, just to give me some inner strength. Oh, the cards changed. Let's pull some cards and let's see where we're going. Yeah, when I get back, or maybe even when I'm in Canada, we'll see how it goes. I want to do a few videos. I want to do an update on Trump, which is like, oh my, that is like going back into the lion's den in terms of probable reaction, because it's not going to be a message that pleases everybody. I don't even know what the message is yet, but it feels as though everything's coming up to boiling point in the USA. I did even wonder whether I should just do a reading on the USA and take Trump out of it. He'll obviously show in the reading, but I need to think of how's the best way to look at that subject, and I will do that. I also want to do the channeling video. That's going to be coming. But again, all of these things take time, so bear with me. Let's pull some cards for the weekend, guys. I'm using the Vision Quest Tarot by Gayan, Winter and Jose. Okay, Vision Quest. Let's see what the message is then for this weekend. Such a stunning day today. Something about nature that just instantly puts you back at peace. You can't see, but those of you that watch me regularly, I told you that they'd lopped all the leaves off the trees and they're back. Can you see the trees? I don't know if I've got that in shot. Is that a tree? All the leaves are back. I love that. Oh yeah, I know what I wanted to talk about as well. Sense of expectation. I'm sitting here in a quiet little road at the moment and it's relatively early, so lots of people aren't up and about yet doing whatever they're going to be doing today. And the house next door is for sale and the kids have got about a week and a half and then they're back at school. I know a lot of you are, I know a few people who are starting new jobs or going self-employed. There's a lot of expectation in the air of new beginnings which haven't quite yet started, And I'm sensing it myself with my travel that's coming up, the Canadian trip in particular, because it's the first one. This sense of excitement primarily, but also a little bit of nerves, which is normal. And if I didn't have nerves when I did work, then I would be worried, because you'd just be in full-blown ego. Nerves show you care. I've always said that to my students. But yes, this sense of anticipation of what is to come. So, but I love that. I love it's almost like the arrival of something, whether it's new neighbours, whether it's a new start at a brand new college, a new school, a new job, a new way of looking at the world, a new identity. That's really what I'm feeling. And maybe it's just because the seasons are about to change. They have a big part to play in it, but it feels more than that. So I'm sensing that this morning, sitting here. Let's pull 3 cards and let's see what we get then, shall we, for you today. So Archangel Metatron, let's just please have some guidance for anybody watching this. What do people need to hear, receive, or know? Okay, let's go with this one. The Sun of Water. Well, that feels very fitting, as we've got a Pisces full moon. The Sun of Water, I guess that would be the Knight of Water, which would be the Knight of Cups. And indeed, there is a full moon in that picture, isn't there? Let's see what and on the bottom of the pack, we've got the card of the moon. Okay, how perfect is that? Let's just put those cards up. They're quite beautiful, actually. We've got the moon, and we've got the Sun of Water, or what's commonly known as the Knight of Cups. So the moon, I think there are a lot of heightened emotions around right now. A lot of people with tempers flaring, a lot of tears, a lot of frustration, a lot of unexpressed emotion or too much emotion. Full moons are always pretty intense, but this one seems to be even more intense, and I guess it's because it's in a watery sign. Water is the energy of the emotional field. Almost as though whatever we've been forcing under, not wanting to look at, is wanting to arise with this full moon. Let me see what the Sun of Water, what the card actually says for that, because we know the meaning of the moon. Let's just see what the Sun of Water says. I just realised that I've put these glasses on and they've got an old subscription in them because they're sunglasses. Now I can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to have to take them off. You'll see me squinting. Sun of Water. Okay, where are you? Right. Father of Water, Son of Water. This is to do with charm, sexuality, attraction, magnetism, sensitivity, tenderness, creativity. Also, it can be moodiness, fickleness, or promiscuity. So it's to do with the force of erotic attraction is one of the most mysterious and creative energies in the universe. Now you must learn to handle its irresistible but unpredictable power as consciously as possible. We are not its master. It courses through us, wanting to be used appropriately. Become aware of your impact on others and what you do with it. Respect people's vulnerability and stay within the boundaries dictated by loving consideration. Otherwise your charms will drive many more to utter distraction. Ooh, okay. Well, there's a bit of a sort of sensual, sexual message with that then, isn't there? I would say it's probably a good weekend. If you're trying for a baby, I'd say go for it. Feels like the chances of conception are quite high this weekend. For the rest of you in loving relationships who have the pleasure of being able to have those type of relationships with your partner, enjoy it is what I would say. For others, maybe just remember that it's possible to have that intimate connection with another and that you are worthy of that. And I guess that's all tied into the way that we look on ourselves as well. Do we look on ourselves as an attractive, sensual, emotional being that has something to offer somebody else? Or have we denied that side of ourselves, repressed it, repressed our emotions, repressed our sensuality, and view ourselves as unattractive and then of course the universe provides us with evidence of that by being unwanted, by, you know, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy is what I'm trying to say. So this Pisces full moon, these two cards seem to be talking about relationships, but including the relationship that you have with yourself. Let's see what else we've got. Let's just spray the water spray, as I have got it out here. Probably be quite cooling because the sun's lovely, but it's quite hot on my back. Water. Oh, well, I'm seeing Jenny Burak. I'm friends with her, and she's been telling me about, or I've been seeing the pictures she's been posting of the sea with the dead fish in it. Have you seen those pictures? I'm just trying to remember where it's happening. Is it happening off the coast of America? You'll have to fill me in on that. But anyway, there's some terrible, terrible images in the news of miles of stretch of sea where there are just these dead fish floating on the top of the surface, and that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. So again, the work of Dr. Emoto, maybe we could do something with that this weekend. Go down to the sea, go down to the river, just go to water and just send some blessings to the water, and bringing in the energy of revitalization and health and sustainability to the waters of our world. Quite worrying that. I might look at that with regard to an earth change update video. Okay, let's have two more cards then, Metatron. Yeah, because, you know, Pisces is the sign of the fish, isn't it? And the two fish in harmony with each other, and unity with each other. And then to see these pictures of just floating dead fish in the sea, I guess that's symbolic of how we have deadened our emotions as well. We have, funnily enough, actually, one of the books that I've got to read at the moment is, I've got two books on the go. I've got the Jordan Peterson book, which I haven't really had time to look at too much at the moment, which is to do with getting peace from chaos. And then the other one, I bought the Russell Brand book, which is to do with beating addiction. Of course, Russell Brand was a heavy drug user, and I got a lot of time for him, actually. I think he's a very spiritual man. He's got his own particular niche, his own particular market that he's talking to. But his book on beating addiction is it's a bestseller here in the UK, and I've got that I'm wanting to read. But sorry, I'm being distracted because I can see my Bella walking down the road. She's just coming back from her walk, and she's looking healthy and vital. And that's the whole thing, you know, when we deaden our emotions, it's usually via some addiction to something, whether it's, well, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. We all know when we're doing it. So maybe this full moon again is another chance to look at that, those patterns within ourselves that are self-sabotaging and self-defeating. Let's have two more cards. Hi there. I'll be ready in a minute. No, she's downstairs. In the news today, they're saying that Harry and Meghan are getting a Labrador, which is what we've got. Good choice. Two cards. The Six of Air, clarity. And the Daughter of Air. Daughter of Air would be the Princess of Swords in other decks. I'll look at that meaning in a moment. But again, it's interesting, we've got air and water together. These two cards are very watery. They talk about the moon and the element of water. These two are connected with the energy of air. So air and water together. Watch that maybe over the full moon. Maybe it triggers something. I don't know whether we're in the... Well, we are actually, aren't we? Hawaii's been experiencing, I don't know whether the hurricane struck, but certainly huge amounts of water and also the air that's whipping it all up. Prayers to anybody that's been affected in Hawaii. Don't know if it's going to be happening in other parts of the world. I'm sort of drawn to the east, Japan, that sort of area. Australia. Doesn't mean it's going to happen now, doesn't even mean it's going to happen. I'm just drawn to that side of the world for some reason. There's a lot of activity. It's interesting there's no cards here linked into Earth, which I was more expecting to see, because I know there've been a number of earthquakes going off around the Ring of Fire, an unprecedented number of earthquakes. And again, it's just that release of this tension that we're feeling within ourselves, but the Earth is also needing to release. But anyway, this is the message to do with air. Dreams. I wanted to talk about dreams with this card, Clarity, because we've got the dream catcher. My dreams, my gosh, my dreams are vivid at the moment. I mean, they are just, I wish I could remember them all actually. I had a great one last night about something. And I remember waking up and thinking, yeah, that's a really good point. And there's a lot of clarity coming through our dreams. Maybe you are reconnecting with people in dreams. More than often, what's happening, certainly for me, is I am reliving certain things that have happened in the past, or old emotional patterns that I need to let go of, feelings of inadequacy, for example. My daughter, because we've had this week all the stuff about the exams and was she going to pass or not, it triggered my old favourite dream. I don't even like it, to be honest. Did I say this in another video? Excuse me if I'm repeating myself, but it's relevant to this, and not everyone watches my videos. My dream that I get all the time is that I'm at university, which I went to. I'm sitting my law part of my business studies degree, and I haven't turned up for the whole year, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I fail the law part of it. The truth is, law was one of the better papers that I did, and I surprised myself by doing quite well in it. So it's not based on reality, it's my own fears, my own lack of confidence, my own stuff that I have to still heal around self-worth that's coming up with that dream. So, you know, dreams, they're giving you clarity. What is it that you're still needing to heal? What is it that you're still needing to look at? Daughter of Air. Let's just have a little look at what the book says about Daughter of Air. As my cards are coming out soon, and obviously I've spent a lot of time making sure the words are what I wanted them to be and what they were channeled through, I think it is important to dip into the book when you get them, when you get books with oracle cards. Right, it's about freedom. Let's put the card up. It's about freedom, emancipation, awakening your intuition, tuning into your own inner power. It can be confusion, but then we've got the card of clarity. It says your inner Amazon, I like that, your inner Amazon now wants to find a clearly defined direction. She refuses to stay submissive. She insists on being fully herself, whatever it may cost. And there is a profound longing for your own inner truth, which demands your undivided attention. You are well on your way to finding yourself. Well, I rather like that, especially as it goes with the card of clarity. Okay, so there's just this feeling coming out of deep inner work that's being triggered with this I keep wanting to say new moon, with this full moon. Deep inner transformative work, linked into our emotions, linked into our thoughts, linked into releasing old habits and patterns. Let's have one final card and then we'll make it 5. Magic number. And I better get on with my day. Oh, stretch the back, guys, stretch the back. Don't do what I do. Bad posture. There we go. Inner strength, okay, inner strength. We've also got abundance on the bottom of the pack. The card of inner strength, that was the card I started with, wasn't it? We all need to find a bit of inner strength at the moment to stand by what it is that we believe, the way that we wish to live our life, our own moral code, our own boundaries, what it is also that we are searching for, what are our goals, what is it that we're wishing to manifest in with this full moon. To do any of that, to do any of it, you've got to find your inner strength. How do you find your inner strength? By coming back to your own I am presence, your own innate connection with yourself, getting to know yourself, listening to your own dreams, aspirations, thoughts, all of that. It's a deep weekend. It's triggering a lot. my guidance would be pull back, actually, which is what I'm going to be doing. I'm coming offline for a couple of days because I know I need to, but equally it's always good to do that. Go back within, do some inner work, and that just means spending time with yourself. You know, a lot of people aren't very good at spending time with themselves. They'll do anything to avoid that. They will, you know, they're the type of people that can be the life and soul of the party, but can't bear to be on their own. I actually quite like being on my own, but, you know, I don't get a lot of chance to be on my own because I'm busy. But this weekend I'm going to find some gaps to do that. Maybe go up to Hengistbury Head when it's quieter, and out to the sea, and I don't know, New Forest, whatever. Something will beckon me. Probably all three. Please do the same. Find some time for yourself this weekend. Integration is the last card. Just I'll show you as I was shuffling there, because this is a time for integration, inner work, and Pisces is the sign of water, guys. We've got to go in deep. But the thing is, when you dive in deep, you always come back up for air. All right, much love to everybody. I will speak to you next week. Lots of love. I hope you have some sun wherever you are, and if not, just enjoy a little bit of the burst from here. Bye bye for now.